Hello, entrepreneur. When I tell you that every year at the end of tax season, I have to go through and I look and review, and there's a ton of misinformation, slight information, questionable information. In other words, there are a lot of people out there that think they know what's going on, they think they understand what's happening, but they really don't have a clue. And each year I find myself going through and helping to correct and putting rumors to bed and correcting bad information and trying to make sure that people understand what they really do need to know about business, about taxes. One of the things that I've been hearing about here lately is how people feel like, and I know that some of those things come through some seminars and stuff that people will pay attention to, and it says, hey, separate your business from your personal. The more separation, the better. And they will rent out a box and give your business a different address that's separated from your personal, and that's a way of separating your business. Now, when it comes to clients and maybe potential vendors, and you don't want vendors or people popping up at your house, maybe that's a way to go. But still, it doesn't take much. Think about it. We're in a technology age, okay? So one of the things that we have to decide and remember is that whatever we do now must make sense, okay? So if you decide to go get a P.O. box or get one of those boxes from FedEx or any of those places, a Google search will let a client or a vendor know that that's not a suite or a real business address. So if you're trying to woo in a client, if you're trying to get an investor, if you're trying to get somebody to be a part of your business, it doesn't take much for them to figure out that that's not really an office. So if you have portrayed and given them a picture of an office trying to make your business seem larger than life, they have already caught you in a lie. Now, how they deal with it, whether or not they ever say anything to you, is going to be another story, because most business people, they won't address it. They won't call you out on it. They just won't do business with you. So the separating of business by using an address that's really a P.O. box is not really as smart as you think. I know they advertised it on a commercial. They said it, and it's really not that big of a deal. It really doesn't do what you want it to do. In this day and age, most things are really virtual. I do my bookkeeping and my tax service virtually. Many of the clients that I service, we've had maybe a phone call. There are some of them that do like physical interaction, so we'll meet, talk, but I'm not doing your taxes in front of you. You're not sitting there while I'm doing taxes, because I can't do both. I'm not going to do your taxes while I entertain or talk to you. So I don't need an office to have somebody to pay somebody to sit there for 8 hours. I handle it virtually. I've always been that way. Even before the pandemic, I already saw that it was not necessary for me to have a business office for somebody to come sit. In doing so, I'm able to save my business a lot of overhead, as well as provide a very great tax service to my clients without the pricey price tag that they would have to pay if I was covering overhead. Don't get me wrong. I still charge for my services, and I'm not by no means am I a pushover, or by no means am I just somebody who just a fly by night or anything like that. It's just that I'm very smart. And no, you're not going to come to me and say you want to pay me $100 for a business return. It's not happening. However, back to the story, back to what we're talking about. So trying to separate your business by getting one of those P.O. boxes doesn't really work. It doesn't work on a business sense either, because anybody with good common sense that knows anything about business, you don't have to know that much to realize that you're not paying $50 a month in rent and then saying, hey, I'm going to write it off. That doesn't make sense. There is no business that you can do where it's going to cut that little post office box is going to cover. So you're not fooling anybody. I say all of that, I dispel all of that, because instead of going on the rumors, instead of trying to figure out and try to think how you can separate your business, and it's not something that you really know, Get a consultant, pay a consultant, pay someone like myself. There are some services that you have to pay for. I have run into so many clients this year who had people who were doing their taxes. Oh, they only charge $100. Yeah, and you were only getting $100 worth of service. You were not getting the information you needed. You were not getting the they don't know, they don't have the expertise that you need because they're not studying this. This is not their profession. This is their side hustle. So you're getting side hustle information and you're trying to run a whole business with side hustle information. And that just doesn't work. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against a side hustle. You know, some people might say some of the other things I do. I do t-shirts. I also do baskets. I did Mother's Day baskets. I did Valentine's basket. You can come at me and talk about those things all you want because that's my creative side. I do it because I enjoy it and I know how to make money off of it. But one thing for sure, my real business, what I study all year for, that always come first. And the reason you know it is because of the knowledge I drop in these videos. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee, because I want to see you do business better. Bye-bye.